All right.
Word.
We in here.
Word.
End of the day podcast.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back to a brand new week, brand new episode, brand new day of life and living.
Here we are.
God bless.
We've arrived.
Our audio's on point this week.
Yeah, it seems
might I
tight.
add?
All the
tight.
components are here.
My ears. Yeah, definitely no issues. The
Gang's all here.
The gang is all here.
Gang is all here.
No fake mics either.
No fake mics. Only real mics here.
Yes, only real mics here. And of course, it is your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
And it's your boy T.
TTT will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank ya.
Oh yeah.
And a brand new week of the End of the Day podcast, EOD podcast.
End of the day podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, EOD, end of the day. I wonder, only the real fans are going to know end of the day since we switch it to EOD.
Yeah, they definitely.
Well, I guess you can kind of put that together.
Yeah, I guess you would put it together once you look at all the like intro pictures for everyone because it says end of the day. But yeah, how was you guys' weekend? I mean, we just passed the weekend of love.
Oh, good old
yes.
Valentine's.
Good old Valentine's.
Valentine, schmalentines.
Yeah, I know, right?
No.
It's like a cute day.
It's cute. It's funny. Like, I'm sure my parents probably experienced this. You start to like see, you start to notice. Even though I've moved to a whole different state and met a whole different group of people, and I'm not around the people that I grew up with, you start to see. Even though you might not even be with the person that you were with 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. You start to see everyone kind of like, even though they celebrated, getting tired of celebrating the same
Every single year.
holiday. Like,
We have the same year,
Yeah,
same celebrations
yeah.
every single year. You know
Like-
it's coming.
Like, I'm sure my parents probably like saw this when they were like reaching certain age. You just notice, because now my parents, I talked to my parents, they just chill. They
Yeah.
didn't do anything. So I'm sure you probably like.
I don't even think you necessarily have to do anything extravagant on Valentine's Day, but just the day itself, if you have someone like a significant other, you know, I just feel like it's more so about spending time and taking a second.
But even with discovering what you're saying, because I'm sure if you talk to T maybe 5 years ago when he was like a young T,
I fucked with Valentine's Day.
that's what I'm saying. So you might have thought it was, oh yeah, you gotta go all out for shorty.
Wait, we gotta talk about the candy though that you would give you in school. Those fucking little tarts, the tart hearts.
I mean,
them
I
shits
haven't
were
seen those in a
nasty.
while. What?
Those were nasty candies.
I love those candies.
I'm trying to think.
I feel like Valentine's.
It comes
I
in a
didn't.
box.
I low-key didn't like Valentine's Day as much as Halloween because the candy was trash.
I mean, I feel you
Oh my
on that.
God.
That they weren't necessarily the greatest candy, but there was so many different versions of it because there were tastier versions of the tart hearts. But I understand.
No, but the classic one.
The classic ones weren't.
with
Yeah,
the
the
little
classic one.
sayings on them. Oh,
The classic ones, the dusty, ashy
the
ones.
dusty. What's up with the dusty candy?
But I feel like they realized that and pivoted and upgraded, you know, a few years after.
They just have
it.
every single candy just like love style.
I mean, yeah, because now I've had those recently, and they are pretty tasty. They're like coated. It's like a coated. It's like different now the way they make them. They're not the old dusty ashy.
I'd give them a
fucking-
second chance.
I
I like the
mean,
concept.
I think that's what it is. It seems like humans in general, just if you can create some shit that stays long enough to then eventually create a level of nostalgia where you're good, because then people feel like they always gotta celebrate it. They always gotta fuck with it. It's
Like the Christmas tree.
Christmas tree
Forever,
forever.
crazy. Yeah.
Niggas will, once a year. Niggas is just like.
I think even in the future,
There's families out there that don't do they'll get into Christmas, they'll do something else totally all year round, and then once the Christmas comes around, they hop real quick into the Christmas business, tree business, and just make a bunch of money off of selling
isn't it
trees.
kind of weird that in school you would do primarily like Christian activities? I feel like only once did
Like
I do
Valentine's
something
Day?
like Hanukkah or something like that. You know, like celebrating that in school. Did you celebrate Hanukkah in school?
No.
No.
Like that's kind of weird.
Well, because I went to a Catholic. I went to like a
I just went to
Catholic
public school,
elementary.
though.
I went to when I went to a Catholic elementary school. We only celebrated Catholic Christian shit, and then when I switched over to a public school in middle school,
We did make
celebrate
dreidels.
any holidays.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, someone was like, we gotta do something, and someone they came in and they taught us how to make like clay dreidels.
Yeah, once I went to public school,
Shows pretty hard.
they pretty much kept religion, which were most hot like holiday religious shit. They kept out of the classroom once I went public school.
Right.
Like, that wasn't ever an issue. So
Sorry
that
to
would've
go
been
off on a
weird.
tangent.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
That was a crazy tangent. For sure.
But so yeah, how was you guys' Valentine's Day? What did you guys do? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm over here talking about the
Fucked
school
up.
system and
Niggas
shit.
is high as shit.
TT Will exclusive.
No, Valentine's Day was tight, dude. Me and Kristen, we took a little trip up to Santa Barbara.
How was that?
It was nice.
It was cool. My issue, we went to a hotel, and my thing about hotels, I don't know if I've told you this, but Kristen knows this very well.
I think you've definitely said it on the pod before.
His thing
Yeah.
about hotels is
My thing about hotels is
gotta have mad sheets,
no.
No.
I mean, I
Yes.
do like a lot of towels.
a lot of towels,
I mean,
But-
technically.
Like when you have a fresh stack of towels that you can just run.
mad
Like you don't have to
towels.
reuse a towel.
You just come in every towel.
Whoa. Pause. No, so anyway, so with the hotel, we got there, and as soon as you get to the desk at the check-in, it says that their maid services are temporarily suspended for midday servicing. So for me, I love having my room clean, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Hold on. So what does that mean? So that means that they'll only
They only
your
clean the room when you leave.
when you leave for midday. How long were you guys gonna be there for?
2 days.
2 days. So
Like
they
on Friday,
would not.
Saturday.
They would not clean your room until you actually checked out.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like the whole and then I went to checkout and I pressed them because I was like, yo, you gonna give me a discount? Because isn't that included in the services? Like, you didn't service my room. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like hotels over Airbnbs is because
That's why I chose. You definitely could be
The
like, yo, that's
services.
why I chose a. And what was their response?
Well, she just said that on their
I don't
website
give a fuck.
it said COVID restrictions, but it doesn't specify. I'm like, wow, that's a good finesse.
Yeah, COVID restrictions is the new finesse as far as most reasons to just do anything in general, or why you can't do something.
Yeah, just say COVID restrictions.
COVID restrictions.
Yo, but
Well, I mean,
COVID we got it.
Sorry, Mr. Party. COVID restrictions.
Well, I went
got
to
restrictions.
I went to this one place. I mean, since we're on the topic of Valentine's Day.
Oh, here we go.
With
Sin
the person I was
exclusive.
celebrating Valentine's Day with, and we go to this boba spot, and as I'm ordering, I get asked for a tip. Now, normally, I always usually tip $1 or something. Even though, I always usually tip $1, even though, I am conflicted about tipping at most places where I just order food and I just get it and I bounce.
What about supporting local business? If you just
I'm literally eating there. Isn't that enough support? Nigga, I got a tip on top of that.
Yeah.
Like, tipping used to be when I got service, right? When I got serviced at a restaurant, that's when I was first introduced to tipping. Ever since digital payment came about and you can add your own little message after the digital payment, niggas felt like it easy to pressure you into tipping on top of whatever payment. What if you go to buy a pair of jeans at the Gap and after you slash your card, there's a fucking tip? Why is it not there? Why is that not there?
Well, I think
because they're not making anything.
I
think it only is applicable
when I'm working-
because they're making it and they're serving it to you at that moment, like I mean,
No,
I guess
no,
that's
no. They
applicable
get
to
commission for
literally
sales,
everything.
though.
No. The reason why niggas was tipping at a restaurant is because when you're working at a restaurant, you get literally $2.50 an hour. That's why you tip.
No, but like
at a
I'm,
restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm saying like
No. That's
like
why
in Ohio,
no,
that's how much you get
why
paid an hour.
tip at a restaurant is because those niggas get paid absolutely nothing because they make most of their money in tips.
yeah.
Except out here.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the case is out here. It seems like that's everywhere. Even here, they might make pretty shitty pay compared to.
They still make a lot.
I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know the
I
restaurant
mean,
industry out
because
here.
that like $2 an hour. That's why some of my girlfriends were making $2 an hour.
That was the case in Boston. That was the case in New York.
I was
that was
like,
the case
what?
in Miami.
It's crazy because I made trash money doing that courtesy clerk shit at Ralph's,
Yeah.
and you rarely ever got tips for like having to carry groceries out to people to their car and shit. Like,
But there's no machine asking for it, right? There's no like they slide their card and then there's the.
if there was an app, that would be hard.
But that's the only way. See, that's the thing. Niggas ain't. See, when you go to a restaurant, it's on the receipt. You know niggas is getting paid shit, so you would tip a nigga.
$20.
So here's the kicker about it. So I get asked to tip at this boba spot. The kicker to me personally, the whole ordering process was all through a kiosk. I didn't see.
There was no money there.
I didn't even talk to a person when I got my fucking drink.
So you just walk in and it's just a room?
I got a
It's
text
like the
message.
sprinkles.
No, so like the machine's at the door of the space and you just see the people in the back and it's all closed off. So I was like, tip? I was like, hell no. I'm not at that point, I'm not even talking to someone and you're still asking me to tip you, nigga?
I mean, it's just an option.
It is just an option, but the fact that you would even throw that option out there, I mean,
all right.
I'm more
I think-
inclined to give someone a tip if they're going to ask me for it, as opposed to if they don't. So I guess like for them,
I don't know. Tipping in general is just weird to me because
Yeah.
Do you get to try the drink
because other
before?
countries don't do it at all.
yeah.
They just pay their niggas enough money. Like, nigga, why are you asking for more money on top of that? Nigga, your job should just be paying you enough. Like, I don't ask for a tip in my job. You don't.
I mean,
I asked for a tip at my job.
Yeah, but that's
Service.
the difference. It's service. You're getting
Yeah.
if I'm getting a service, I'll never disagree with that.
Technically, I'm not asking. It's just
but food
offered
is a
as an
service.
option.
Making boba is a service.
I allow people to.
You got to think of it like that.
What was that?
Making food, making boba, in your case, it's still a service.
Yeah.
They're still making your shit.
As long as there's human beings involved.
Yeah, maybe. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Are you tipping a robot?
that's what I mean. Like, who's
Like what-
getting
Like the company?
Who's even getting a tip? There could be some evil niggas in the back, and I don't even know who I'm tipping at that point.
Scary.
Like, it's wild. I don't know, but that was just one of the things I had noticed on my Valentine's Day, on that day, was like them asking for wild ass tips. So happy Valentine's Day! You just ruined my shit. No, I'm joking.
The day before Valentine's Day, we hit up. Have you ever been to Solvang?
Solvang. Yes,
It's
I
out
don't remember what's out there though, but I have been to Solvang.
It's just like
A little Dutch town.
Okay.
And so it looks very like out of a picture.
I feel like I went to a restaurant there.
It's like kind of Disney style, like kind of.
Yeah,
It's like kind of corny. It's kind of just cool.
I feel like I went to a restaurant there.
Sorry, yeah, it's actually Danish.
Danish.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I have gone to a restaurant there, like a breakfast spot there.
Like the whole town is kind
And
of
there's like hella
Danish
windmills.
style.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
I think I went to a breakfast spot there.
There's crazy windmills, but it was also wild because it was windy.
Yeah.
Did you notice if the windmills were actually moving? I didn't.
I did not peep that.
Because they're like literally.
Niggas had fake windmills.
They might have been.
I mean, yeah, they're like.
Because I feel like it's an inspired town. I don't think it's.
Yeah. It's like Disney.
Because it was way too nice to be.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, it looked fully restored. Maybe unless they put money into it.
That sounds pretty cool.
The cool thing about it though is that there's a bunch of local businesses, so you know it's all locally ran. There's not like chain restaurants and shit like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like they just like that's circulation in their economy, you know.
Yeah, of course. But
Plus tourism.
Yeah.
small towns like that though, like
Tourist town.
Yeah.
Wait, so while we were on the way up there,
Yeah.
it's like this super beautiful road, and there's these horses on the side. And Terrence is like, "Let's pull over." I was like, "Let's pull over," and we pull over, and I'm like, "Those horses are gonna let me pet them."
No, they're not.
And so we walked over there, and I was like talking to the one. I was like, "You're gonna come over here? You're gonna let me pet you just like this?" And I just started petting the air, like being a weirdo. And all of a sudden, the horse came over and started letting me pet it. And it literally put its head on my shoulder, and then I swear to God, it literally went like released the weight of its head on my shoulder. It was like resting.
I filmed it on their phone. We'll show you.
And it was like, hey, Kristen, how are you doing?
No. And then I was
Bro,
like,
but
literally,
then like 3 other horses came over.
yeah,
So we just had 4
friends.
horses, just like.
Hold on, are y'all like? Is there a gate
There's
in
a
between?
fence.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, nigga, what the fuck?
But he let us pet him, and then the other ones, they were not as friendly, but they were still nice.
Oh, they didn't hang around.
No, but and also too, the one was eating some type of food that it was whatever, chomped it all down, and then it picked it up and gave me the rest of it, and I like fed it back to him for a second, and then I got scared. I was like, I'm not a full horse girl yet.
Nah, they have big ass like mouths and shit. Their
Yeah.
teeth and shit look scary. Like, yeah, no, animals are weird, dude.
Horses are fucking cool.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I just wonder what they just think about us. Like,
What
What?
would you do if you saw a half man, half horse?
I'm gonna say what up and see if he say what up
I'm gonna
back.
say what up.
He's like, "Hey yo, what up?"
Yeah, I'm gonna say what up, but I don't know.
So you got a few minutes?
Yeah,
Can we chat?
I'm gonna see like if he's cool or not, but
There's
If
a
he
lot.
has answers
There's
to the
internet
universe.
claims that those exist.
I feel like he's not gonna be cool. There's no way he's gonna be like chill. He's probably gonna either kick me in my chest or like run.
Dude, a horse kick to the chest is pretty crazy.
I feel like it'd be like a kangaroo.
A man horse kick to the chest sounds fucking even crazier.
Dude, I feel like with all this science, we probably created some shit.
You think it'd be if there wasn't man horse, it'd be human created, not like mythical?
I don't know. Mythical sounds kind of. It just doesn't sound like it makes sense because literally, if you think about it, it's 2 different breeds. How is that possible?
Because a man fucked a horse
And then just half of his body is a horse.
Instead of like being
that
like a
literally makes
huge
no
perfect
That
sense.
literally makes no
That
sense.
makes absolute sense. That makes perfect sense. I don't see why that couldn't happen.
I feel like it'd be like a cat dog situation. Like,
Cat
Yeah.
Dog was a great TV show.
It was an amazing
Yeah.
show.
damn, I want to watch an episode of that.
Damn.
I feel like that would be
I forgot
trippy.
about that show.
Yeah, no, I don't really remember too much about that show, but like I remember it was cool. I watched it.
Yeah, I don't
think it
remember.
got canceled pretty quick. 'Cause-
It was kind of inappropriate.
Well, oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I remember the one
I
episode they
need to-
talked about how they use the restroom.
what? I need to rewatch that show.
How
Yeah.
did they, yeah? I don't remember.
I don't
how they used
remember.
the restroom, or them eating. I remember like yeah, it was a weird ass show.
It was a wild show.
Yeah,
They lived in that weird house on the top of the hill.
fucking cartoons, man. I guess you're just allowed to draw anything, and niggas will fucking pay you. Back then they were.
I mean, there were some cool ass cartoons back in the day.
Back then you definitely were.
Wild Thornberrys was a jam.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a cool show.
One thing the '90s babies might remember is when we on Wild Thornberrys they had scratch and sniff cards that you could collect, and then during certain parts of the TV show you would have to scratch and sniff the card, and it would be this scent that's like supposed to be in the scene.
Oh,
They were on some like 4D shit back
That's
in the
cool.
day.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Where did you get the cards from?
I think it was a cereal box.
Ah, that's a cool concept.
Yeah,
That's a cool concept. I'm not mad at that.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
I could be wrong about the cereal box though. I can't remember.
I mean, there's only going to be certain ways they're going to be able to give it to you. It's
I
probably
think it was-
like a McDonald's meal.
Or maybe it was like macaroni.
It's,
Some shit like that.
something like,
Like
that.
Kraft
Kraft
mac and
like,
cheese,
Yeah, I see
yeah.
that shit. Yeah, no, they definitely
Kraft
had.
mac and cheese is so good.
Before the internet, they had to do everything in their power to reach us. Nowadays, they can just fucking put it in a push notification to you, and
Dude,
like,
I'm sick of the push notification.
yeah, you probably can't turn them shits off either. Sometimes,
It's just
like, or
so
at least
many
it
of
feels
them.
like it, because like you just be seeing new ones. You be like,
it's
yo, what
never
the
ending.
fuck? Like, yo, why are you texting me?
That's the good thing about taking trips though, is like being able to just disconnect.
Yeah.
I try
hell
to
yeah.
stay off my phone when I go on trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see that you put this mental health thing in here. Is that?
Oh, yeah. So I mean, no mental health check. I was just saying like, cause I was having a conversation with a friend of the show, and they mentioned that like their anxiety levels are just super high.
Mm.
And I was like, low-key, I've been feeling a lot of anxiety too. I wonder if it's just like because we're going through so much right now.
Yeah.
Like just the state of our nation, like COVID, financial struggles. Because I know everyone, I mean, some people are up right now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Some people are way up.
Some people, but it's like a huge shift. You know, it's like either you're up or you're super down. So
yeah. Facts.
Excuse me. But yeah, I was just putting that in there because I wanted to ask you guys like how you were feeling about like anxieties right now during COVID, because I just feel like that shit's crazy.
I mean, it's definitely widespread. I feel like everyone's feeling it just because the lack of maneuverability in the ways that were once available. You have to now find
like an extrovert right now. I'm sure they're having anxiety.
Yeah, that's definitely my space, 1000%. Like I was out almost every weekend. Every week I was out at least one day of the week, out at some place, you know, meeting people in the scene. So, but I had just kind of moved into a space where I was finding my own, because it's not easy in LA, because LA's been LA for a long time. So it's not something you can just move into and just instantly meet the right people and instantly. I was still finding my way, and I just kind of just got into a rhythm within the last year. And then once 2020 started, with everything shutting down, it definitely hurt. And I met people who just moved out here 2020.
Right.
Didn't know what's up. Still haven't seen. I know people right now who still haven't seen a normal LA.
I can't imagine moving to California during like right at the peak of COVID, or not even at the peak, but at the start of it.
Yeah.
And then literally everything just shuts down.
My roommate, he moved here. Like he had 2 months of normal LA.
Wow.
Well, at least you got to witness it. Yeah. I can't imagine not witnessing it.
Do we think that this is going to be crippling to LA for a while? Do you think that LA is going to bounce back? How do you guys feel about it? Because personally, for me, I feel like this shit's just going to bounce back. Literally, there's fucking traffic on the freeway already. Like, traffic's picking back up. Things are opening back up. You know, like, I feel like once they start to take away these restrictions, LA is going to just be right back to where it was.
Yeah, at first I was a little like doom and gloom, all these places shut down, but I do think that once more people get a vaccine and people are feeling safe, we'll go back, and I think it'll be a new rebirth of Los Angeles, and I think it'll be very beautiful.
I mean, my thing is people are just going to be, we're traumatized. Like everyone that experienced COVID,
it's a collective
wearing a mask,
anxiety, trauma.
Like, we're going to be wearing masks at least for all of 2021, I feel like.
Yeah.
We probably won't be able to enter businesses and stuff without a mask for a while.
Till 2022, I assume.
I think it could last
And even
longer.
then, people probably will just do it as an option.
I don't know what... I'm still wondering what that's going to... Because, like you said, things are opening up again, but... Coachella just got canceled. Like, I think that the Olympics got canceled. Like, shit.
But they had the fucking Super Bowl.
They did?
And Diplo was there with no mask on.
No, they had the Super Bowl. There was people at the Super Bowl. They're trying to have the All-Star game. I don't know if there will be people at the All-Star game. There are these things that are going on. I was with the homie, and he showed me an event that was happening in Asia. I think it was where was it at? I can't remember where it was at in Asia, but people were masked up though. Those are the only. I mean, other than the Super Bowl, things that I'm seeing in Atlanta or Miami, because I seen shows that were happening in Miami during the Super Bowl weekend. Moneybagg Yo had a performance. You can go on Academics page right now and see a fucking performance where like it looks like a fucking festival type shit. Because you know how like the cell phone lights be. It looks like that.
Whoa.
What? He's having that type of concert like right now?
That was in
Florida.
Miami during Super Bowl weekend.
Florida, they don't have that many rules.
It was outside. Granted, it was outside. I don't know if, make an excuse for it. I'm sure that's what their excuse was, to have so many people. But
aren't Miami COVID cases pretty crazy though?
I'm sure there are, but I think there's also a thing of people not getting tested. So that's why the numbers aren't looking super crazy.
Yeah. Also,
just in general, the news coverage just seems like it's just different since Biden and Harrison McCall, whatever the fucking name is, are in the office. Like,
yes.
It just seems like there's no news. Like, I just don't hear it anymore.
Well, it's definitely news.
I got my fingers crossed that they do some student loan forgiveness.
Yeah. And then
everyone needs that. That's $1 trillion debt right there. Crazy.
So yeah, I mean, I do wonder what that's gonna look like, dude. What normal LA will look like, because it won't be.
I don't think it's gonna be normal for a while.
That's what I mean.
2022.
And even when it is, it probably.
Which kind of goes against what I said about having. I think it's gonna bounce back, but there's forever gonna be an imprint of COVID. Yeah. At least for the next 5 years.
Oh my God. The loss of some of the most, like, the best bars in West Hollywood. Like,
dude,
if the
so
Abbey...
many businesses, like...
Man.
Maybe we can invest and help the homeless through all this shit. Like, maybe some of all this space opening up, we can turn it into what it needs to be, is, like, housing for these people on the fucking streets, man, going through it.
They have to. They just have to.
Not even
do
just
something.
housing, but like facilities to actually do something about the homeless population. Like, that's a whole nother beast that they got to tackle.
Yeah. Did we talk about that?
Yeah. So a lot of people are actually mad about the housing that you said that. What is it going to turn into? That's
what I'm wondering.
It was the housing.
It feels like it's not dealing with the issue to me. I know it seems like it's a good thing because it's giving them housing, but it seems like it's just a Band-Aid. They're not addressing the reason why these niggas is homeless. Yeah. Like, why are you sleeping in the street, my dude?
They also, I think they have to, like, check in, and they have to show that they're...
trying?
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine. That's the case, what it is in the homeless, facilities back east. But I don't know how vigilant they are.
I mean, I think on the bright side,
I would imagine with a thing like that, they're probably, for the first of its kind, it's like,
it's movement towards rehabilitation and like finding your footing, you know?
I'm just happy they're doing things that are, they're testing the waters, because it is a tough problem to tackle. There's literally like over 50,000.
Like, we have to help the youth. Like, we can't, a lot of these people have already like experienced what they've experienced, and they're going to be who they are. Like, some of the people are homeless and erratic, and they just are there.
Dude, it's just crazy, man. Like, the middle class, it's disappearing. Just gonna be one.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah, COVID really, really shut them out. But I mean, I'm hopeful that it could be like a nice rebirth. Like, a lot of people maybe save up during this time, whatever they can, because they're not going out, and now they have that money to put into a new business. And there's plenty of locations as we have all seen.
Yeah, I mean, businesses, I don't know the state of them, but I would imagine that getting any real estate right now is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Because there's not a lot of houses on the market available. Like, that a lot of people aren't leaving
not so
their
much
homes.
Houses, but I'm talking about spaces for business.
Oh, maybe. I say yes, maybe. It might be a mix of like spaces available, but also the spaces you want might not be, or they might still be pricey just because people know like it's a down market and people are looking. I don't know. I feel like it might be like, it might be still people getting bread off this shit right now. Either that or it might be it could be actually a bias market now that you say it, that I think about it. Because people are leaving LA, people are not,
bro.
like that.
Like think about how many for lease signs you see.
Yeah, dude. Man, I do see a lot of that shit.
Like the Mexican spot that we go to, Salsa and Beer.
Yeah.
That spot is fire as fuck, by the way. No
T-Will exclusive.
But we went there to go pick up food. They bought another space in the parking lot. Oh shit.
That was Super Bowl weekend, guys.
Whoa.
Just to recap, that was Super Bowl weekend.
That's wild.
That's mad people.
Yeah.
That's mad fucking people, dude.
That's crazy. But going back, Salsa and Beer, dude.
Salsa and Beer.
They literally got a second location in the parking lot just for storage. They opened up like in a store that shut down. They just use it for storage space to store like ingredients and shit. I was like, damn, you guys must be making bread. Which I'm sure they are, because I waited in line for like 15 minutes to get that food. Just to pick it up. And it took them 2 hours to make it. It was crazy. They're like, yeah, it's going to be ready in about an hour 45 to 2 hours. Is that okay with you? I was like...
She was
I mean, what do you want me to say?
She said, you're okay with that? She really sounded like she was concerned with us choosing that option.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, she definitely asked me again. I was like, yeah.
I mean, cool. What do you want me to do?
She wanted him to hang up and not take his order. She was like, I've had enough. I mean, imagine your wait is 2 hours.
Oh, no, but you said yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we waited. I took
and it was fire as fuck.
Did it really take that long?
It took that long, yeah.
Because they were making everyone else.
I ordered it at like 4. I ordered it at like 4:45. No, 4:15, and we picked it up at 6.
Was it hot?
It was, yeah.
Was it? So
it was good.
So do they have only like one stove, nigga? Like what the fuck?
No, just it was really busy because they had outdoor dining on and popping again.
Oh, the outdoor dining.
And they have ooh
that bass, nigga.
Yo, someone said that Kristen's voice is very relaxing and soothing, so I'm thinking we have to plot on like an ASMR YouTube for
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Or maybe we can release episodes of the podcast where you just mute our voices and it's all just Kristen.
Or you guys just like text me what you want to say and then I'll perform for the three of us.
Or what if we just whispered the whole episode?
And Kristen talks at a normal voice. That like the horse did in Kristen's ear when it was.
Yo, I felt like a horse whisperer.
Pet me, Kristen. Pet me.
No, I swear to God, I looked at it and I was like, so, all right, tell me the truth. I was like, I said,
help me.
Oh my God, that'd be so scary.
Yo, the horse. What would you do?
No, bro. I was like, so what's up with reincarnation? And he just started, and then he literally left. That was the moment he left. I was like,
if the horse said, help me, what are you niggas doing? What are you doing?
I'd be honestly pretty scared.
If the horse was leaning on your head, the shoulder was like,
if I was petting a horse and it whispered to help me to
I would cry.
I would flip the fuck out.
I would cry immediately.
You would cry?
Yes, I would be like, oh my God, someone's inside.
I'd be like,
it's sad.
What did I just smoke?
I'd be like, whoa, hold on.
I'd be like, what was that?
I need to sit down.
There's no way I'm having there's no way I'm sad about it because there's no way that
I'm
horse.
shocked.
Yeah, I'm more shocked than anything. There's no way I'm like sad. I'm like, yo, this horse did not just ask for help, nigga. Nah, I'm bugging. I'm bugging right now.
Am I okay to drive?
Yeah, am I okay to fucking...
No, yeah, but it was dope. I got it on my medium format camera too. We took photos. Yeah, so I'm excited.
There was like so many pretty horses.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the horses. Damn, wait, we're pretty far in the episode. And I feel like we just introed.
And we hadn't talked about shit. Dude, mad shit's going on.
Did you check out the movie? Judas and the Black Messiah?
I did not watch it.
God,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
Sin.
You gotta watch it. I have to.
Horrible.
I missed like the end part of it.
Oh, you fell asleep?
Yeah, man, I was so tired.
Sleepy.
Bro, I was woke. I was literally watching that shit. I was like, man, this is...
Like he was amped.
It was a good movie.
Oh.
Yeah, no, because it feels like a lot of movies that have come out, you just feel like you're watching them. Okay, like whatever, a movie.
Yeah.
This like feels like a movie. Like it feels like you're in it, you're there, like like it's a whole vibe. Like
it's not Wonder Woman.
No, it was really
And I figured out how to pronounce his last name. It's Danya Kaluuya.
Daniel.
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 Did I say Danya?
Yeah.
I thought you said that.
My bad.
Daniel.
Daniel Kaluuya.
This nigga.
Kaluuya.
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 Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya.
I don't know
Daniel.
why that was so difficult.
Yeah.
I think it's the way that it's spelled, so I'm trying to like pronounce it like the way it's spelled, but you
Stop
just gotta
thinking
think of
about
it phonetically.
Yeah.
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya. Hallelujah. It was great.
I have to watch that movie ASAP.
Did you listen to the soundtrack?
Soundtrack is fire though.
Yeah.
Soundtrack is fire.
Fire.
Or it's actually an album inspired by the motion picture, because you will get confused and lost if you try to listen to the actual soundtrack for that movie.
Actually, that makes total sense.
Because I
was like, where are all these songs at?
Yeah, I'm like, oh. I'm looking at the soundtrack. I'm like, none of this music is on the soundtrack.
I didn't hear Jay-Z. I didn't hear
Yeah.
Dom. Wait, I want to say that my man Dom Kennedy. Shout out Dom Kennedy, because
with that
he
heat.
is literally one of my favorite artists.
Came through that heat.
I don't know if I've mentioned that on this podcast before, but
Definitely slept on or low key.
slept on, but he's repping for Cali.
For sure.
And dude, he came through with his track on the album.
His track was hard. I like
It was like classic Dom
the Her
Kennedy.
song. I like the JID song. I like
The Jay-Z song was fire.
I mean,
with,
that's
Nipsey.
goes without even fucking saying, bro.
you
That
and
song
me.
was hard as fuck.
What was the one? The R&B Smino.
Smino song is really good on that. Yo, that G Herbo song is fire on that shit. Holy fuck, that song is hard as fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of good tracks on there. There's a lot of good tracks.
That's honestly the only real
I
music
like
I've
the
been
ASAP
listening.
song on there. The ASAP Rocky song on there is really good.
Right.
Yeah, there's really it's a overall just a good project you can just put on and just bump.
Aside from that, I've just been listening to pods. Like I listened to did you listen to Joe Rogan and Elon Musk?
They did another episode. I seen that. I've only seen a couple clips that they put on YouTube.
Dude, it's cool watching Elon Musk talk, man. He's something else, bro.
I just wonder what
I want to know what his day-to-day is like. He says he works till 2 a.m.
I think there's an interview that you can watch online
of what?
of his
Like a
day-to-day.
day in the life?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking down.
I watched
Yeah.
the beginning.
It's probably
of it.
definitely staged as fuck, though. Like,
Whatever.
It's gotta be
yeah, there's no way.
because he's probably not.
He's gonna open the door like, hey, come on in.
I mean, no, he does like walk through the Tesla building and you can
Yeah.
Oh,
see
I've
some
seen
of
that. I've seen the Tesla building
Because he's
thing.
definitely not showing you when he like plugs himself in or like
The clone is
yeah,
fully
he's not
charged.
showing you all that shit. He's not showing you when he like has to like change his brain chip or anything.
He seems
like
like
that.
he
Brain chip.
seems like he would be down to test his own shit on himself.
Dude, this dude is next.
He's
level.
probably a robot.
Yeah, he's fucking with people though. He told people to buy Dogecoin, then they still telling niggas to sell Dogecoin.
I have some Dogecoin.
How much Dogecoin do you have?
Oh,
Are you comfortable admitting that on the podcast right now?
no, I'm gonna keep my stocks private for now.
What you have? Is it only Dogecoin that you have? Do you have anything else other than Dogecoin?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got like maybe 7 different stocks or they call them
that's
tickers.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not sold on Dogecoin right now. I don't hate it or anything. I believe in its message or its idea.
I'm just gonna let it sit for like 2 years, and then if I lose the money, it's whatever.
See what it do. If it do
Fuck
what it
it.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
If it fucking grows exponentially, then I'm gonna be lit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But if I take an L, it doesn't matter.
Nah, facts. That's
Yeah.
what the money that you put into things like that. That's what it's got to do. It's got to be money that you are comfortable with it depleting all the way to zero and not existing anymore.
I would definitely say don't invest unless if you need that money, don't invest. Like, because it's money. It's money to use to your advantage. Because, I have a hard time keeping a savings, but making investments to me is just a better thing because you can come out on the positive. You can make money just by making the right moves. But you have to have the right moves, and like you could play the long game or you can play the short game. And it's like, it's just, I haven't learned everything yet, but it's definitely something that is a tool. You know, like they don't teach you the tool for a reason. You got to figure that shit out for yourself. So,
here's to figuring it out. Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers. Boom boom.
Yeah.
Just fucking break all the glasses one of these days.
So I mean, yeah. Have you been buying any stock, Kristen? Are you doing that?
Yeah, I've been investing, but you know, I think I'm playing the long game, and I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to
That's good.
Trying to make these moves, like whatever I think is gonna be popping.
Invite for her. I got a little stock. I forgot what I got it in.
Oh, word, because you got the invite.
Yeah.
For me,
I gotta use that and do it for someone.
For me, like I'm a shopper. Like I love like shopping, and it's like sick. And I don't really agree to this like capitalist bullshit. So I realized I was like, okay, if I need to like spend money, I'll just like invest some money.
That's good. Yeah, that's
like
a good way to invest.
$200, like
your money is invest it.
Like if I just am like on Nike looking for something, I'm like, no, girl, like stop.
Wait, speaking of buying shit, I saw that the Supreme ring.
Oh yeah, the ring.
That shit is hard.
That shit's hard.
How much is it though?
Well, that ring is done by the people who do like class rings and
so it's like 500,
maybe around there. Because I don't think any of that's like real diamonds,
right?
But I think the metal's real. You know, if it's like gold,
sterling,
or it's sterling silver. But I
would hope that it's
real.
The
the ring looks cool. You know, it's like me personally, I'm probably not gonna even attempt to buy anything like that. I don't need anything like that right now in my life, especially with a lockdown or just like COVID life being the case and niggas not going anywhere.
Totally.
But the new season, that I really sent that to the thing just because the new season has started, and or is starting this week.
That's dropping tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
right?
I think. Yeah, the new season's starting, and so get ready for a bunch of hype BC shit in your timelines.
That I won't buy.
Yeah, I know. It's nasty out here. Supreme has a nasty fan base now, and it's just like,
really.
I mean, yeah, it's just crazy, just how many people are just going for it, mainly for the flip, you know, mainly for the resale,
dude.
But also for the flex, of course. You know, it is a flex piece.
That's where everything's going, right? It's just the resale market.
Yeah. That is the subculture now. The market. It's weird. It's like sneaker culture and all that. It's like it's. I wonder if it is a culture almost, or is it just?
It definitely is.
I mean, it seems like it's lost a lot of its like culture aspects as far as like wanting to be a part of it, because it's almost not fun anymore because niggas just take L's all day.
There's so many hands in it.
There's so many hands all day. I haven't like won on a pair of shoes, and so I haven't hit on a pair of shoes, and I don't even remember the last time I had like.
But I could see the sneaker game for like old heads still being the same. That were there before all the hype.
Well, how are they getting shoes now?
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just holding on to their classics. Yeah.
I mean, as far as sneakerheads go, that's never been a thing. You, as a sneakerhead, you want to get more shoes.
That's facts.
That's the main thing about.
So do you think you're always going to buy shoes for the rest of your life?
Me, I try to say I'm a reformed sneakerhead, but I'm always low-key buying shoes.
I think in the future we're just gonna be 3D printing our shoes.
Maybe, or like
that's some real shit.
The idea of what's hype or what you want, or like the idea of what you wear becomes a thing of, because right now the sneaker game seems like it's all consumed with having that shoe that everybody's like, oh, this shoe's dropping, everybody wants this shoe. I think it's gonna become a thing of more of like the shoe that you stunt in isn't a shoe that might necessarily be hyped. It's just a shoe that you really like. Because right now it's just everyone's consumed with the latest and greatest and most expensive shoe. Or everyone's wearing the same shit, really.
Maybe sneakers entirely will go away and we'll just have like boots.
I imagine that low key. I personally, I mean,
as like human beings, you think
my hot take is the whole, no, you can cue it up. The whole sneaker industry as a whole is one of the biggest bubble. I'm talking teeny baby bubbles, like pog bubbles, like like fucking like it is a bubble that will burst eventually, and the value that is placed on these sneakers, that is this like ridiculous number, will eventually no longer mean anything, and people will like wake up.
I don't think so.
And one day and be like, oh shit, why am I paying $1,000 for this shoe? I'll maybe pay $120.
No, because you think about it, there's always gonna be a collector of vintage.
But what is the world gonna look like at the end of the day? We have a fucked up value system.
I think it'll take something happening.
It's fucked up. I'm not gonna say it's not a fucked up concept, but I think that maybe in like the apocalypse, shit wouldn't matter.
It will take apocalypse level shit to happen. That's what I'm saying.
We're the birth of apocalypse.
Yeah, that's what we're literally on the brink of it. Niggas can't go outside right now.
People are still buying shit.
I know they are, and I think
it's not over.
I think some
society is not over.
No, society is definitely not over, but there's no reason to be stunned right now.
We're not back to normal. They're talking about new strains of this virus.
Like, people are still dying.
Like, people are still dying from it. Life is nowhere near back to normal. This shit's gonna get to a point where niggas is like, yo, I'm not going anywhere.
This COVID might be a blimp on a timeline.
I'm hoping. I'm
like,
hoping
in the history books, we're gonna be... You're hoping that it's a longer...
No, I'm hoping it's a blip. Like
I'm saying it could be like an extended amount of time.
Oh, okay.
For at least for like the amount of time that society's affected.
So when you
by
say
COVID.
blip, you mean long time?
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Dude, the imprint of COVID. I imagine it's gonna last at least 5 years.
I mean, as far as the overall effect.
You remember when we thought it was gonna last 2 weeks?
Yeah, no. As far as this, as far as the overall effect of everything, it'll probably have a great deal to do with the overall. This is what we will remember most about this decade when we look back on these last 10 years when we're in 2010.
Bro, they're gonna talk about this in the history book.
Yeah, no, this will have because like you said, it'll probably last, like, the overall, we'll just be getting back to shit in 2023, 24. Like, I can see festivals popping up that we're not having to, we can go and, dude, I was living, like, I wash my hands if I use a bathroom or shit. Nigga, I wash my hands after just going to my car, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
our school's gonna be the same, like, all of this shit.
There will be kids who will have graduated who never had, like, normal school for most of their fucking, like, schooling.
Yeah.
They were, like...
Or at least senior year, like...
It'll be new to them to go to class and meet kids in person and shit.
Can you imagine just not going to school for senior year and then graduating on a computer screen? You're just like...
That's what I mean when, like, people moved here and never saw, like, a normal city. So, I don't know. But, yo, that fucking Trump Tower's gone. How crazy is that they blew up a Trump Tower, like, right the year that
we love the symbolism.
I know, right? It's crazy. They
blew
Trump Tower, a fucking loser.
We couldn't get him impeached, but...
Yeah.
Demolition footage is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Which I just want to say, like, only in America would we really have, like, 57 votes to impeach him and 43 to not impeach him, and that wouldn't be enough.
I just want to say that footage of the Trump Tower looked eerily similar to the 9/11 footage when the building crashed.
Yeah, crazy.
And it just further, like, fucks with my theory of 9/11 being rigged.
Yeah. Oh, where you think it was rigged?
Yeah, dude. There's, like, evidence in the video of, like, the way that it exploded.
There's, like, so much,
and what happened the day before, like, they cleared out the building and brought in search dogs and shit like that. I
don't know. I can't.
What if they plan? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't believe.
I mean, definitely all these people died, and that's horrible and sad, and like that's why it's so hard to talk about it or have like a.
But like, are we that fucked up as a nation?
That we're not willing to
do some shit like that.
Yeah,
yeah. And I don't think
I can't put it past. Well, because I don't have any.
I can't put it past us either.
Those aren't those are decisions that are above all of our pay grade. We don't
way over my head.
We don't have any choice or any fight in that. So if someone's out there who's on our side making nefarious plans or acts like that, once again, like the story that they say about Osama, that's just the shit that they tell us, you know. Right. So, like, in the end of the day, we don't know. Even the dudes who are coming with those crazy ass theories and shit like that you're getting those informations from, some of that's based in fact, Some of it could be coincidence. That's the thing. I never worked in that building. I don't know anything about that building.
Speaking of coincidence, maybe, yeah. I don't want to go on to the next subject yet because I mean, the conspiracy shit is honestly kind of crazy to me, but
it's definitely worth listening to it and checking it out. You know what I mean? Like,
or just don't believe just everything.
You don't just don't take anything just as truth. Like, definitely further inform yourself.
Look at shit like this.
Yeah.
Look at the other side. See what they told. See what the government told.
But that's
people.
also the thing too. Is at this point the internet is so fucked up. Like, you can't really do correct due diligence because a lot of things gets taken off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Which is hard. Like, that's the duality of, like, you know, we want to care about it, but, like, at what point who's patrolling this? Who's the guardians of it all, you know?
It's hard to get the full story, the full scope of anything.
Yeah, I just know I don't trust the government.
It's hard to get the full story.
They're crazy.
It's hard to get the full story of shit that you might have been there for.
We still don't know the full story of Tory Lanez and fucking
his hair?
Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, the hair. Yo.
She has short hair.
I can't believe they reposted that shit. Did you see the repost?
This nigga playing basketball?
He's like, yo, oh no, they had him on Breakfast Club. And he's like,
you talking about Tory Lanez hair.
He's like,
lack of hair.
He's like, yo, cameraman, like, bring the camera over here. And then Tory's like, yo, you bring that camera over here, I'm gonna fuck you up. It was mad funny because, like,
he's abusive.
Yeah. I mean,
so
as you can tell from that statement alone.
Homie read the documents, and he did not. None of the people, and no one else there is backing up Meg's statements.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's truth. Because
I'm definitely not assuming that that's truth. I just thought it was weird.
That is weird.
It's a little weird.
Like, not even her friend?
No, the dude read the court documents, and Megan's the only one. Granted, her back was turned to the person who shot her, but
no one's giving their story.
I guess no one's corroborating Megan's story in the documents.
But they're not supporting. Are they supporting Tory's story?
I don't know. I guess
because if they're just not talking, you know, it's because he paid them off. And
that's what I'm assuming.
And I also just would feel in general if some.
So this nigga was playing at a charity game.
Oh, whoa!
Let your shit go, bro.
Whoa!
Actually, keep it. Keep it. You look great.
Yo, that's hard times.
That's hard times in these streets.
Hard times.
I was like, whoa, let it go, bro. Let it go.
Jeez.
So I think, I wonder how old that. I seen a Breakfast Club interview, so I seen that clip you were talking about. So
I think it was.
But they just put up that interview.
2019. It was a few years ago.
Oh, they just put it. Oh, that clip is from 2019.
Yes.
But they just reposted that clip. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You cannot be walking around looking like that.
He said, "Watch, I'm gonna be good. Just watch."
And nobody's gonna be up that high.
That shit looks crazy.
You're 4 feet tall, dude.
Yeah, he's super short. He's super short. He is super short.
I'm sorry. Shout out to all the shorties. Everyone except for Tory Lanez.
Yeah, why is his hair why is he wearing his hair like this? He needs to just cut it.
Yeah, you cut it, man. Yeah, he doesn't even look bad bald.
That's
the craziest part. Shave your
it's like a self-love, self-respect level that you have to be at in order to, like, actually shave your whole fucking hair.
You know how many people wish they had, like, a head shape like that? Like,
bro, Tory has he could shave his head and he'd look perfectly fine.
He did. He looked fine in that clip.
Didn't he come into the game with a shaved head?
Pretty well, yeah, because he got the hair later on when he got the bread. Because he said it was like $30,000.
Bro, he must just be super insecure.
I'm sure he is, and also, like, I'm sure he shot Meg Thee Stallion.
I mean, it's hard to say that because none of us were there. So you're just going off of.
Yeah, but you know what? You know when you just something happens and you just know in your spirit that something is the way that it is. No, you can do that. You can do that because I'm a woman and I know what it's like to be a woman and I know what it's like to be a woman when a man has his ego flared up.
So what are you gonna say if worst case 2 years from now, Meg Thee Stallion comes out and says, "Yeah, I was going through some rough shit."
I would
lied.
say, hey, I was wrong. You know what? At the end of the day, I supported a woman because at the end of the day, I know what it's like to be a woman and to not be supported and to not be believed.
I mean, it's okay.
No, but that's the reality. That's my life experience, is that I know what it's like to not be believed.
What about 2021? You know everyone's a fucking liar, so you just gotta.
That's the faith that I have that Meg Thee Stallion's not lying.
Nah, I can't put it past. I can no longer put it past anyone. The world has proven too wild to me.
See, you know what?
I gotta just take everything for face value and not support either side. I'm not.
It's just the cold hard fact.
I feel the exact opposite.
I'm not rocking with Tory and being like, oh, Tory is like innocent, but at the same time, I'm not like, oh yes, Meg, I know for certain Tory shot you. I'm just waiting until because. There's Tory's side, there's Meg's side, and then there's what's fucking really happened.
It's just crazy to me that no one's stories have come to surface. It's damn.
Insane. It's insane.
But what if we say that, but what if Meg Thee Stallion told the truth and it already has surfaced, but we're just not believing it? That's the reality. That's what happens. Truth comes out and then you never know.
I think that with all the middlemen involved, you have to have that third story. You can't just go off of what both sides are saying, because there's also there's no evidence for either story.
Yeah, both stories sound a little sketchy.
There's just holes in both plots.
Yeah.
So it's just until someone clears up everything, I just don't know what to believe.
Yeah. There's things that I think they need to go to trial that they need to say in the trial situation
under oath
to clear up, because they're not saying it. Meg's not talking about how she had gotten shot, but it seemed like she was back at it within
she got shot though.
Do you think, are they still on trial?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
I mean, that's the only fact we know, is that she got shot.
We might see the end of this. We might. So we'll.
Oh no, we definitely will. Tory Lanez, if he did that shit, he's going down for that shit.
All right, we'll come back to this.
1,000%.
Also, people get set free and they're guilty all the time, and also innocent people go to jail. So let's not think the system is perfect.
I mean, so that's
or gives
the system
justice.
is definitely not perfect,
and it gives no justice most
Tory
of the time.
Goes to jail for this, and he didn't do it. That'd be fucked up.
That's
the whole concept of what we believe or we don't believe. That's really it. When you go to court and you sit in front of a jury of your peers.
I mean, news is so easily swayed, if you think about it.
Well, it's just hard for me to just believe someone I don't know. I don't know Megan. Yeah. I don't know Tory either. I don't know either of these niggas. And they've definitely already lied to me about
if
other
someone
shit.
comes on the TV
what did Meg lie to you about?
There's something she's lied to me. There's something that she has said in her songs, in her interviews, or something that was not true. Guaranteed.
Okay.
That's such a wild thing to say. I don't understand. What are we talking about?
That everybody at some point is gonna lie. There's no way Megan has just been 100% honest in everything that she's released or sent out.
No, I mean she.
I just seen a freestyle that she did, and at the end of it, she said she was a yellow bone, and I'm like, Megan, son, you're not a yellow bone. You're not a yellow bone, Megan. I'm sorry.
What was that
Maybe
one?
she is in her
what was
mind.
that one song that we were talking about last?
Oh my God, we will not bring that trash up again.
Oh my God. Off of that shit, because we said that we didn't give a fuck. I still don't give a fuck.
Well,
I
give a fuck that Meg Thee Stallion got shot.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, at least the thing is, my thing is that if he didn't do it, all right, fine. Someone did. Someone shot Megan. You know, so
Facts.
I'm with you.
Facts.
As far as
or she shot herself.
Terrence.
I mean, that's not the craziest scenario. And if you had found out she,
I'm just putting all the cards on the table.
Yeah, they have.
I'm not flipping any cards.
All scenarios have to be put out
cards.
there. And if she had shot herself, and we had found that out later,
bro. Hold on.
Wild.
I just want to tell this story because I feel like this is kind of applicable to what we're talking about. In high school, I was in senior year, bro. It was literally, all right, mind you, there's 6 periods in a high school in like a day in high school, right? 6 periods.
Yep.
Damn, we had 9.
Whoa.
Damn.
So your classes were short. Must have been. But anyway, we had 6 periods. And for my senior year, I worked it out in my schedule to where I got out at 5th period instead of 6th period. Like mid-semester, I got like a schedule change where I got off earlier. So I was like,
free period.
It was my first day getting off of in 5th period instead of 6th period. So like I was able to leave like an hour and a half early, right?
And you shot yourself.
No, bro. So it's 5th period. There's like 20 minutes left in class, right? Sorry, I'm like having indigestion. So it's 5th period. And class is almost over, and then literally all of a sudden the bell goes off. It's just ringing constantly. That's how you know it's like some shit. They come with a loudspeaker like, we're having a lockdown, like please like lock your doors, take cover under your desk, like shit's crazy. So we're all covered, right, for like an hour, bro. So it's already 6th period at this point. This is my first day off early. It's 6th period.
And already you can't leave early.
I already can't leave early.
Because the fucking school
period.
shooting is happening.
Literally, we didn't know what was going on for a while. And then we found out that a cop got shot.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy. So, literally, we can't leave the room until SWAT comes. They literally come in the room. They open the door, bro, with fucking ARs, like M4s,
Whoa.
bro, like pointing them at all of us, bro.
Yeah,
that's aggressive.
Like trying to clear the room, right? Like because they don't know where the shooter is. So they come in hot, bro, with their guns up, and I was like, yo. And then they walked us to the bathroom. But it was just like, that's mad extra.
When they came in the room, are y'all like under your desk? Where do y'all sit?
At that point, like we were like, we got out from underneath the desk and we were kind of just chilling. Bro, people were literally pissing in the garbage can, bro. Like we set up a makeshift like bathroom with like foam boards.
That sounds horrible.
And people were pissing in the corner. I was like, this is fucking wild.
This is fucking wild.
SWAT came. They took them to the bathroom. Like we didn't
pissing
have
in the trash.
We didn't have no food, bro.
Damn.
We didn't leave till like 8:30, bro.
Whoa.
Why are you? Well, hold on. Why
And
are
then-
you doing this shit?
Because a cop got shot, and
didn't people have
and the
jobs?
cop said that the shooter was like, he gave a description and like said he was just like in the school, so they were looking for him. So whatever, bro. 8:30, they can't find the guy, and everyone just goes home. And I had to go through like a checkpoint. They checked our whole car, bro. We had to pop our trunks, all this shit. Go home. Comes out like a few days later that this nigga fucking lied, bro. He didn't fucking get shot by anyone. He shot himself. He shot himself.
TT will exclusive.
And literally, the SWAT came. There was helicopters. Bro,
Did
this
he
nigga
die?
cost the city so much money for lying, bro. No,
God
he
damn.
didn't die. He didn't die. He was just injured.
He was just embarrassed.
And he
that
was just
shot himself.
embarrassed, so he made up a story and made up a suspect, a fake description of this
Wow,
guy.
that's fucking crazy.
They had sketches of someone that didn't exist, bro.
I will say the
Nigga
difference.
look like T.
He's like, yeah, he had a nose like
Yeah, he had these round ass glasses. Said his name was T Will exclusive.
you feel me? No, it was fucking crazy, bro. And
That's
then
insane.
he ended up he definitely lost his job.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
And probably had to pay the city a
Yeah,
fat.
I'm sure he probably did. I mean, I don't believe Meg would. I don't think she would. Go to
Yeah,
that
the
extent.
difference for me is that's like toxic masculinity. Also, like a cop, like you're supposed to be strong and not fucking shoot yourself.
Mind you, this is the same
And she's
cop.
a rapper.
This is the same cop, bro. I was literally going to first period like in the morning at school, right? And this cop's riding down. He's got a bike, like a mountain bike. And this nigga tried to take the stairs and fucking ate it at the bottom of the
That
stairs.
sounds hilarious. Oh my god, that sounds so funny.
No.
Bro, can you imagine the school cop just eating it on a bicycle down the stairs? Like, he thought he was going to
amazing.
just ride down the
Sounds
stairs.
amazing.
It was
Let me see
probably
that.
one of the best. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. But enough about my high school security guard.
Yeah, the polar vortex happening down in Texas is sounds insane.
Wait, what happened?
Okay.
My positive
Have you
energy
guys
down
ever seen
everyone.
The Day After Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know when the scientists come and they're like, so this crazy weather, this is gonna change, this is gonna change,
Yeah.
and then we all seen how it developed. That's like literally what we're experiencing.
Yeah.
Texas is frozen. All their houses are being flooded because their water mains are breaking because they can't handle all the freezing cold.
Yeah.
And their electricity.
They're not built for it down there.
Yeah, because they fucking decided to run their government or run their electricity like a business instead of a government need for human beings.
I mean,
And
it fit the criteria of living. Which
Yeah,
is why
but
it's hard to knock it because
they also
this
probably
is so
ignored
out of-
scientists.
well, this is totally out of left field. I don't think they anticipated anything.
No,
like
and they
this.
also decided to go this route because it had less government regulations. Therefore, now they. Oh, did something cut out?
I think we're okay.
Oh, okay.
That was a crazy noise, though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But because they decided to take those shortcuts and avoid those government regulations, now they're not equipped to accept electricity from the outside states because it's not the same get up.
Okay.
Because they decided to take the cheaper way, take the more Republican way.
Okay.
And look at what it got you.
Yeah.
I feel horrible for all of those people that are just victims to all of this, and I'm praying for you guys. Sincerely.
Bro, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy to think about just because, like, I just think they were working like that or moving like that because they just weren't expecting a polar vortex. Like, that shit sounds
But that's
insane.
the thing. At what degree?
Bro, I'm
because I
looking
know
at-
there's scientists that are telling them what the realities will happen.
Is that a fire hydrant that froze
That's what I'm
up?
saying.
That's
bro.
crazy. Where is that at, though?
I mean,
That
it's
can't
a-
be Texas.
I mean, it's from a post from a day ago. So.
I mean, I will say the last winter I
wait,
spent...
yeah, here's the caption. Wait. A municipal worker breaks ice on a frozen fountain as freezing temperatures grip the state. Yeah, dude.
in
The water
Texas?
froze in the air.
Man,
That's how fucking cold it is. That's crazy.
But, I mean, like, how actually cold is it? It's like 10 degrees?
I'm not sure.
Because the last winter I spent in Ohio, it was negative 42 degrees with a wind chill. And that shit was crazy. We took boiling hot water and threw it into the air, and it evaporated like instantly. Like it turned into snow.
That is pretty crazy.
That was like 7 years ago, and that is the last winter I ever spent in Ohio. And like polar vortex is intense, like
I
a circus
mean,
fire.
Yeah, I just think with them not being prepared for that, it's definitely a knock to the government and all that. But like I'm sure like they just weren't thinking anything was ever gonna happen like that ever. Is what I can only imagine.
I mean,
why that
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't believe that no scientist has told these people like, hey, you should prepare. Hey, you should do it this way. Hey, there's actually government regulations like in order that they didn't want to follow, so they privatized themselves. Like, there's definitely like warning signs. I'm sure. I refuse to believe that it was like they had no idea.
Yeah, and well, I'm imagining like things like that. The privatization to avoid government regulation was to be like, yo, we don't need to worry about this because we live in Texas. It's hot.
I just feel like it's ignorance.
Because like I think they were complaining about there was the whole thing about like they were trying to say like fossil fuels definitely the way to go just because they lost a lot of use of all their electric because the whole green plan or green act that was put into place maybe I think around Obama's time period. Texas was taken advantage of with using a lot of solar power and wind power, and all that froze up and all that's broken. So all those people who were using that shit.
So I read
it's
the
all
exact
down.
opposite.
What?
I read the exact opposite of what you just said.
As far as what? That stuff's working?
Yes.
Nah, not all that stuff is shut down. All that
I'm
shit's
just,
fucked up.
this is the moment I'm so sick of. Like, why is the internet like this?
Oh, that you're getting two different stories?
Because like whatever the fuck I was looking at, I was like, okay, like this is chill.
See, they were trying to push that shit was broken, and so shit was fucked up because it was broken, but only like 10% of the actual population. It was a small percentage of people that were affected by the electric stuff not working. So they were just making it a big deal to try to push fossil fuel, just in general. The fossil fuel agenda is what they were trying to use that stuff being down for. Because a lot of that stuff did break. It did freeze, but a lot of it froze and broke. But they were blaming that, saying that stuff froze and broke, but also the other route where people received their energy through gas pumps and stuff like that. A lot of that, tons of that shit broke as well. So like you can't really say one's better than the other because everything's fucked because it's a polar vortex. Niggas just weren't prepared for that shit in Texas. Like, granted, they should have followed the rules and been prepared for it, but if I just can imagine if you're about the money and you're living in an area that it never sees weather like this, you're gonna move a certain way, and that's how they moved, and now they're paying for it. I just hope something like that doesn't happen out here, because LA would be fucked.
Dude, we can't even handle rain.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if it's happening in Texas,
the freeway would shut down.
Like, the fact that it's happening in Texas, like, it scares me. Like, you know, like,
that's too close to home,
dude.
Yeah,
we have to start caring about the future. I decided that we have to care about the youth. Like,
but wait, the polar thing.
So the polar vortex.
The polar vortex.
The way it works is it just like spins around in a circle. And
wait, what though?
The polar vortex, like the air that circulates within itself.
How does it get created?
I'm not sure if like how, like why it's cold, or I mean, I'm sure it's just like atmospheric. Like, it's cold as fuck. There's ice, so it's cold. Anyway, so it spins around and it pretty much stays in this like bubble. It like has its own bubble, but what's happened is all of the
a gigantic circular upper air weather pattern in the Arctic that envelops the North Pole.
It says a polar vortex is an area of low pressure, a wide expanse of swirling cold air. It happens in polar regions.
Okay, so anyway, so what's happening is pretty much the climate crisis, like all this crazy shift of weather has affected that bubble, like that is normally like a straight line, and now it's like a squiggle. And because it's like that, now it's like dipping low and like coming up high, and now it's reaching. So it's like literally like polar winds. Like, imagine like your arm sweeps past and your fingertips like touch the north, like all the way down to Texas.
Damn, dude, if
the
it's
polar wind
LA,
is no joke.
That would be pretty crazy.
That sounds insane.
It's crazy.
The day after tomorrow.
Yo, let's watch it. Let's get in the season.
I love that movie. It's such a good movie.
It's such a good bad movie. Don't get it twisted. That shit's trash.
What?
No, it isn't, bro. No, it's not.
It's a bad movie. It's a bad
Whoa,
movie.
that's a...
Sin
Bro, you're full of hot takes
tonight. When you watch it again and you see how little black... You didn't see no black people in that movie. Like,
yes, there was. The fucking main best friend was black with the glasses.
Hold on.
I mean, it's not enough, but...
Yeah, I don't know. One dude.
Bro,
black dude.
no, and the dude with the dog, the homeless guy.
But he died.
No,
he died.
No, he didn't.
Didn't he die?
No, I think they save him.
Oh, okay.
Bro, did his dog live? I'm pretty sure his dog has to live.
I think the dog lived and he died. That's why I was pissed.
Nah.
He then killed the black dude and let his dog live. I was like, yeah.
I gotta rewatch it because I don't want that to be true.
That white dog lived.
It wasn't a white dog. If anything, it was a mixed dog.
It was a white dog.
It was like me.
What did it look like?
It
was like me. You're funny.
You said Black History Month?
Yeah, not for Black History Month. I can't take that.
What the
white dog living and a black owner?
He wasn't white, bro.
But his owner was black. I seen this girl on TikTok. She said I'm black, so my dog's black.
I mean, that might be true. Might be how it goes.
I mean, some dogs are favored over other dogs, so there is a hierarchy of dogs.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
When we were in Santa Barbara, I feel like we're at a dog show.
Did you put this? Why? Because there's amazing dogs.
So many dogs, like the most elite dogs. Like dogs look like they could get into clubs that I could not get into.
Sid, what are you laughing about?
Did you put the Cecil Hotel thing on here because you watched that shit?
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
That documentary is fucking crazy.
I already I didn't watch that one. I had watched there's a already a bunch of documentaries on the season.
Bro, watch that one though.
And I started watching it, and I was like, oh, this feels like I know this information because a lot of it has been documented in other. I got this tattoo. My tattoo artist has a space.
I have a tattoo of Lisa Lamb on my arm.
my tattoo artist has a space in the Cecil Hotel. Like,
that's kind of sketch, bro.
Because like a lot of people, I think it's a Cecil. They renovated it. And
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
And you said you felt weird though, right?
Yeah. Well, it was just weird being in there and because that's when I Googled it to like find the directions, all that shit came up on it, and I was like, oh shit, like. And that's when I found the shit on YouTube and it talked about it. And
is Skid Row really bad around there?
I mean, you guys know that's just LA. That's low key everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. In the documentary, they were like, "This is one of the most dangerous open world drug markets."
That's why I had to.
I was like, "Bro, it's not even that serious."
It's not even like it seemed like they were almost vilifying the homeless. Like they were making it seem like a homeless person killed her. That's why I was like, well, hold on, what? Like I didn't like how they were putting that.
But I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like driving through Skid Row is fucking crazy.
But my whole thing about that, talking about Skid Row, bro, homeless people are literally everywhere in Los Angeles. It is not
but
just
they're
Skid
not.
Row.
But Skid Row is literally like the epicenter.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many people, bro. That's like literally a town. That's a town.
I don't even go to Skid Row. And
no, you can't.
I don't go there, and I still am affected by homeless people in my daily commute every day.
Yeah.
Like I see the worst of the worst still. I feel like, and I'm not even going down there I'm just going to Fairfax.
Bro, why the fuck did we let it be called Skid Row, first of all?
That's before us. That predates us. They were calling this... The old niggas was calling this Skid Row. You know what I'm saying?
But, like, it just seems all too coincidental for, like, what it is and what the name is and, you know, like, oh, don't go to Skid Row.
There's
like,
a clothing brand called Skid Row.
Yeah.
I don't really know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak on the brand. I've seen it. But I don't know much about their brand, so...
I just feel like that name is uncomfortable. Unless they're giving back to Skid Row.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking at clothing right now.
Are you looking them up?
Yeah.
What's there about us say?
It seems like one of those cheap... It seems like one of those cheaper brands. I definitely seen them on, like, Instagram, like...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, advertising and shit. And doing, like... They're one of those people who would, like...
Dude, these algorithms are getting out of hand.
They're really annoying, bro.
Your phone is just an ad machine.
We're just constantly getting fed ads. You can't open your eyes without an ad. It's kind of crazy. From your phone to driving on the highway to seeing billboards to being on the computer to... Dude, I went to the mall. They
all right, I fuck with it. They actually all your money goes to the Skid Row.
Oh, all the money?
Yeah.
But like, how does that work?
Running
programs, okay.
And our giving model is a dynamic needs and resources, and
okay, take back my negative connotation. How
I didn't know that.
I mean, I would imagine like if you name your company Skid Row,
they fuck with Project Give a Fuck.
Okay.
Homeless is another project they fuck with. Church of Light.
That's the shit I'm trying to be on right here.
Okay. All right. Damn. All right. Fuck.
I actually take that back, and I feel bad for what I said. And actually, good job.
Because I always fucked with this Matrix tee that has fucking Steve Jobs on it, and it has the Matrix. I always fucked with this shirt that they have.
Yeah, I'm on the. Is it? Are you on Skid Row Fashion Week?
Yeah.
Dude, they have some solid.
Yeah, they have some solid designs.
I feel like they should push that a little bit more. That they're giving back.
They know that even though it's real, that's not deemed cool.
No, but you know what? The reality is 95% of Gen Z is more willing to spend more money on shit that is environmentally friendly or sustainably conscious or give a fuck.
Wait, I just want to say, because I think this is cool, at checkout, you can pick which...
the place you donate to.
Which foundation you donate to.
That's real.
That's the thing. So that's the reality is that we could all live in is that the businesses that we open could be non-profits.
But this is also annoying because you don't see Nike doing a collaboration with this company.
So what? The reality is...
like, that's what I'm... Like, you see Nike collaborating with XYZ designer.
But that's the future. That energy is the future, and I promise you that's what it will be.
And
more businesses like that.
1,000%. That's the type of shit that's annoying, is like, you don't see... The way Nike and them would give back almost seems... for face value, a level
it's
of face
minuscule
value. If you have people like this on the ground floor doing it and not even promoting it, you know what I'm saying? If Nike was doing something like this, you would know.
Yeah.
You would know that they were given if you could pick which charity you were donating to when you bought a pair of Nike shoes,
yeah,
you would fucking know. Like, you would know that. That wouldn't be some secret shit that I have to go on there. Because
that would be cool if companies started doing that.
Come on now.
That would be super cool.
Come on now, we're talking about
this is some forward thinking shit right here.
But
yeah, I've been plotting.
Shout out Skid Row one time.
Shout out Skid Row.
And that's the first shout out I'm down to give, even though they don't, fund the podcast.
Yeah, they don't need to because they're going to.
They're going hard. No, I fuck with it.
I fuck with that shit for sure.
Yeah. So, fuck. What else did we talk about? Did we forget anything else to talk about? Valentine's Day. I mean,
shout out Dave Chappelle for getting his rights back.
Yeah, you gotta
show
what
I'm saying? That shit is super legit.
That shit almost made me shed a tear.
And for people who don't realize, don't just think you can just renegotiate. Niggas is like, oh, like, he signed a contract. Da, da, da. Yeah, if you sign a contract, for the average person, if you sign a contract, yes, you have to fulfill the obligations of that said contract, or shit is not getting done, or you are not getting your shit back. Dave Chappelle had something that is called leverage. He had leverage.
Chappelle Show.
He had
Chappelle Show.
Well, he had Chappelle Show. He created it.
He had the hearts of a nation.
That's what his leverage was, is that he got people, when he said stop watching it, niggas stopped watching it.
That's tight.
Chappelle Show became worthless to Comedy Central.
No, I'm not gonna lie, seeing him talk about it and thank Comedy Central and them showing the fucking nostalgic clips, I was just like, damn, this is a beautiful moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Just especially,
and we did that together.
It's kind of cliche, but I mean, during Black History Month, to see that shit happen, like, it's a beautiful thing to see him get his rights back.
Hell yeah.
And people,
it's owed, bro.
But that's the thing. You can have people who say, oh, he signed a contract. You had some people saying, like,
it's a fucked contract.
Yeah, some people saying, oh, Dave Chappelle wouldn't be who he was without the Chappelle Show. Granted, yes, like, the Chappelle Show played a huge part in Dave Chappelle's career. But at the same time, that relationship was mutually beneficial.
He was Chappelle Show. He was Chappelle.
Comedy Central hasn't had a show as successful as the Chappelle Show since the Chappelle Show was done.
It would literally just be show.
And the fact that he wasn't getting paid for streaming, or that was the case, right? He wasn't getting paid to.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't getting paid anymore for the show. Like,
dude,
for them
so
streaming.
I mean, that's only fair. Give the man his money. Give him the rights to his own name.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, dude.
That should be illegal.
The contracts were fucked.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't have to, mainly because he did. I'm sure if he had fulfilled the contract and didn't dip out on the show, I'm sure he probably would, and still had a good relationship with Comedy Central. I'm sure he would have probably been getting the money for the show. It's
hard to say though, bro, because we're talking about literally like.
Well, that's the thing.
Shit.
That's the thing, though, is that the relationship with him and Comedy Central was no good. Like, he had dipped out on them, left them, and they had to make whatever for the third season.
And he said whoever was the top of Viacom.
Yeah.
That's who's younger than him that gave him his shit back.
Yeah. And
that's why we need to give a fuck about the youth, for real.
Facts.
Like, that's where it's at. Like, if there's any hope in this world to succeed, is the youth, and we need to start lifting them up and, like, holding them down and letting them know. Because that boomer shit, fuck that boomer shit. How they treated us, called us snowflakes, made us feel bad for caring about people.
No. I mean, yeah, fuck it. Like, he had leverage. Leverage is what it is. Like, don't think you can just renegotiate your contract just because you say so. You got to have that leverage. Like you got to have the people backing you.
I mean, that was a power move on Dave's part.
1,000%.
Honestly,
I can't believe it worked.
It's a beautiful thing.
I can't believe it worked.
It no, yeah.
It's the people winning.
Yeah.
Facts. Showing their
Just
power once again.
Just another moment. Look at how this is
Facts.
this is
That's
low key
facts.
scary.
Yeah,
Not like
that's facts.
exciting for us, scary for the other side, but to realize with the stock market, with this experience, like
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can we
sure.
really are realizing what the power is in our voice and our opinion and our where we want to put our money.
Yeah.
I still think they'll shut his shit down in a heartbeat, but they let us get
Bro.
these. I feel like they let us get these wins to feel like good, and then to really like.
Sin,
quiet
you
us
gotta
down.
watch Judas and the Black
No, I'm gonna
Messiah.
watch that shit. I'm gonna watch that
It's
shit.
literally so on par with what we're talking about.
No, I'm gonna watch that shit. Everybody watch it.
I'm
too.
mad that you haven't watched it right now
No,
because
I'm
we
watching
could have
it.
talked about it.
No, I'm an idiot.
But
That
we'll give the listeners another
shit.
week.
Yeah,
And I'll
we're
watch the
because
hour
we're gonna
that I
spoil
missed.
it. We're gonna spoil it.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of that next week. So
Did you guys watch that Molly movie, the Molly and Me, or something like that, or?
no.
No, but I've heard about it.
I'm sorry, Jonathan Washington, like Denzel Washington's son,
Mm.
or is it? Did I fuck up?
Is it the black and white film?
Yeah, black and white film.
No, honestly, it just
You don't like
seemed
black
a
and
little
white
too dramatic for me.
It
Just
was-
the whole concept of it.
Yes, it definitely seems like a movie that I'm like, why would I want to watch a movie about
Yeah,
arguing?
It's literally a couple arguing for like 2 hours.
Oh, Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah, I really didn't know if I was down for like a monologue of just like in a room having a convo.
I'm
like,
sure the acting is amazing, but I'm watching. I'm like, dude, like this is good. Like,
do you know my attention span is 15 seconds?
I'm already like
Why would I want to watch
experiencing anxiety. Why would
I'm
I
already
wanna-
arguing with my girlfriend. Why would I want to?
No, not even that. Like,
I'm just joking.
just having average anxiety and then having to watch a movie that's just full of anxiety, especially about couples. Like, I don't want that.
You're good. You're Gucci. You're Gucci.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, I feel
No,
like
but I'm sure that Zendaya's acting is fucking A1.
I'm sure it is.
Same with what's his name? Daniel
think
Washington.
Daniel, is it Daniel Washington?
Is it Daniel?
I don't.
Is everybody's name Daniel?
No.
Denzel.
My brother?
No, it's
Daniel.
not.
My brother's name is Daniel.
No, it's definitely not Daniel.
No. It is John Washington.
Okay.
Cool. Wow, such an average name.
John David Washington.
John.
That's a nice name.
And Zendaya. Yeah.
Is it?
John David.
And Zendaya
Washington.
flipped she lucked
Wait,
out.
can you be John or is it always Jonathan?
How see Zendaya? How the fuck she just get her one name shit?
Because her name's Zendaya.
Get
Shit.
the fuck out of here. What's your last name, Zendaya?
She don't need one.
Wait,
That's some
on the
bullshit.
cast, it just has her. Own...
No, just in general. She's just
That's
been
her
known.
name.
Yeah, that's her name.
Like Prince. She's Zendaya.
I don't
Let
like
her
that.
live.
I don't like that.
That's crazy.
She's this fucking star. Real stars have one name.
No,
You get like that's the thing. Like,
Kanye.
you
Is it
get,
hard to? I don't
Kanye.
trust that. I don't trust.
you get
that.
the one singular name, and then like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Paris Hilton. Like who? Name another.
Wait, no.
Name
Christina
another Britney.
Aguilera?
Coleman. Say it is Zendaya.
No, now you guys are just bullshitting.
No, it's
Oh,
Coleman.
that's her last name.
That's her last name, Zendaya Coleman.
Doesn't have the same ring.
My thing about it is the reason why it makes me not trust you is because a last name normalizes a person to me. Like you can have a cool name like Zendaya, but a last name is something you can't control. It's something that makes you a part of something.
See, I have things. I'm like anti last name.
I can understand that, but
I've already had two. I've never been married.
You're two different last names. But
Yeah,
that's
I've already
because
had two.
But is that because your folks have been
I got
married?
adopted.
Oh yeah, okay. But
But I wasn't allowed to have my biological father's last name because he didn't want us to have it.
But even within that tells a story, of what you're. Because if you just went around as Kristen, it wouldn't reflect anything.
But I guess it's just because it's like I was supposed to get a name and wasn't able to get it, and that's like a social norm that I wasn't allowed, and then I got a name of my mother's maiden name.
That sounds like a way more interesting story than just Kristen.
And then, but then now I'm Kristen Haas, like whatever, and then I will get married and I'll be another last name. Like it's just like, who am I? Like as a man, your name is gonna be your name. Like as a woman, like you could be Kim Kardashian West, hyphenated, but
Yeah.
I mean,
at the end of the day,
technically-
that's a social norm that we accept that women just change their last name. So that's why I'm Kristen Elizabeth, because that will never change.
Got you. But I fuck with Kristen Elizabeth though.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
But
last names ain't for
But
everybody.
the thing is that names don't necessarily distinguish you from anyone else. Because I'm sure that there's 100,000 other Kristen Elizabeths.
Maybe not 100,000. There's probably a lot. Maybe not.
There's
100,000.
over
There's
6
only
billion
one other
people.
woman with my first and last name that I found on Facebook.
And even with Zendaya, there's probably like one Zendaya. But Zendaya Coleman, that to me, because if I'm meeting Zendaya, I'm like, oh my god, it's
That's
Zendaya.
two different cultures.
But Zendaya Coleman, I'm like, okay, all right, she's normal. Like, she's like me. Granted, yes, she's a queen and she's special, but it's cool to still feel like we're all.
I knew a Coleman.
Because then it makes it hard for me to understand anything she's going through if she's this magical. No, I need to understand. Because you can say that, Kristen, but then a year from now, if she's going through some struggles and people are getting at her and she's like complaining about it, like oh, I'm a normal person, you're gonna want to identify with her like she's a normal person.
Yeah, but I can identify with her even as Zendaya.
No, you
personally.
can't. No, I don't. How she only got one name.
So
you
what?
You don't know what she's dealing with.
I don't
She
walk
only
up
got
to my
one name.
friends and say, "Hey, Brooke Pridemore." I say, "Oh my God, hey, Veronica Matar." Like I don't like walk up to my friends and say their name. I don't need to say Veronica Matar. I understand how you feel right
now. You didn't put someone's
now.
full name on the podcast.
Whatever, Google her. She's beautiful, both of them.
Okay, all right, cool. We might have to bleep those out. Or it doesn't matter.
I'm not
No.
bleeping shit. That's too much editing. Come
No,
on.
we're good. What are these people gonna do? Call them?
I don't know.
They would love a phone call.
I look them up. I just want to look.
They
them
probably
up
can
right
help
now.
you if
They
you have
sound hot.
any
Both
questions.
Both of them sounded hot.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you don't. That ain't for me. Whatever.
I don't know.
I can
know.
extend my emotional.
Fuck the Senate acquitting Donald Trump with the
Yeah.
That was
57-43 loss. I mean, yeah, it was expected, which is just very telling about our nation.
Yeah, 100%. The reality that you expect 2/3 to win and not over half.
Yeah, it's white privilege.
Like, how is that fair?
Yeah, man. Fuck it. I just wanted to tap into that. I'm excited for the Elon Musk and Kanye West Clubhouse. I signed up for Clubhouse. I'm on it. I don't know how to use it at all.
You haven't sat in and listened to anybody?
I haven't joined any groups. Haven't listened.
I'm too antisocial for that shit.
I listened to one group and I was like, can they hear me? Like, I was
I'm about
just
to raise
scared
my
the whole
hand and
time.
just ask a random question. Like, yo, what are y'all doing here?
Yeah, what the fuck are y'all doing here? Go
What are you
somewhere, go
What are you
outside.
hoping to get out of this?
I just feel like all that shit's gonna be a dub once the fucking niggas can go outside again. Because
Oh my
niggas
God.
is not gonna want to.
I mean, I hear if you
Hey,
invested,
follow me on Clubhouse.
I hear if you invested in Clubhouse, so like you came up.
I guess, yeah. Is it like you can invest in it? Is it like is there an IPO for it? Is it like
I believe
is it like
so.
Investable? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was investable.
Maybe not publicly shared, but I
Okay.
know that certain celebrities, like, I was hearing Kanye West is probably invested in Clubhouse.
For him to be on it now,
For him to come on to,
he's definitely not just getting on Clubhouse. There's no fucking way unless he has some fucking stake in Clubhouse. There's no way.
yeah, Kanye ain't got time. Today I got time, cut.
Yeah,
No,
For
that's
certain.
how it is.
there's no way.
Dude, 106 episodes. I just want to say that's an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
We want to thank you for fucking coming around.
Hell
Thank you
yeah.
for
106 episodes. Sticking around, sorry, for 106 episodes.
You know what I'm saying? We out here.
We out here for
The
sure.
setup's changed. We still haven't figured out this light situation. I may
gonna
have to
figure it out.
return
It's getting
this light.
better every
Yeah, I
year,
think
every
you might have to
week.
return it in, or at least
I
return
don't.
it.
Such a hassle.
It is a bit of a hassle. It looks really cool too.
It's a nice light.
It is a nice light, but you might.
It
have
kinda
to
hurts
just
my
get-
eyes to look at
To
it.
look at it is painful. But like, if you're
Extremely
not looking at
painful.
it, if you're not looking at it, it's legit. It's legit. Yeah, I guess that's another week, guys.
Yeah, it's the end
Yes,
of the day.
thank you.
Yes, end of the day. It's your boy, Sin Supreme.
Sin
Yes,
exclusive.
sir. And it's your boy T.
T Will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're in the United States, tip your service people.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess.
Amen.
Unless it's a fucking robot.
And be nice to your neighbors, man.
Hey,
for real.
be
We're
We're all
kind
just
to
a
thy
big
neighbors.
family.
Exactly. Peace. See you guys next week.
We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.